Hello, kit heads. Welcome back. We are talking kit. We are literally the greatest home of the foot. No, we are literally the home of the greatest football kit content. You know what? My head is frazzled. Manchester United, you do it again. You glorious, sexy mothers. Honestly, I love this team. I absolutely love it. Anyway, we are back. It's time to open the rank bank. It's Wednesday. A little bit later, obviously, push it back for the football. So thank you for hanging on if you did so. It's full kit rankers. We are here. We're ready to rank your socks off, let me tell you. Obviously, I am double A. No messing around tonight. We've got GK Sean, number one, back in the house. Thank you, Sean, for joining us. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, as thorough as ever in your responses. I absolutely love it. Of course, he's back. He's here. He's always here. He's here more than me. It's Kit King Dom in the house. What's happening, Dom? You all right?
Can I get rid of him?
Get rid of who? You? Him?
Yeah.
Go on. Oh, no.
Yes.
I've been trying his whole life, mate. I can't get rid of him. I'm stuck with him, man. That's just the way it is. Quick sip of my brew and me talking kit mug. Thank you very much, Hannah.
Nice.
Yeah. I needed that to settle my nerves down after that game. Manchester United 3, West Ham 1. Get in. Just a few retro football kits are in the house. Thank you very much, Retro. Nice to see you as always. And Shirts in Time podcast. Viva Garnacho. If you haven't already, after this, go and listen to the latest episode of Shirts in Time podcast. I shouldn't really be shouting other podcasts out, but I'm going to because they had the greatest guest ever on their last episode. It was, of course, me. And it's a good episode, I have to say myself. You may hear my daughter, Thea, talking a lot through it. She was non-stop. I had to record it while I was looking after her, me and Jake. I apologise because his editing must have been a nightmare because he wouldn't show up. She's a chatterbox, just like her dad, unfortunately. We're back for another episode of Full Kit Rankers. And I thought, as United have won the latest League Cup on Sunday, why not look back at the last 10 clubs to do so? And, obviously, so it's one club, the last 10 clubs. So I know City won 4 in a row, but, we're not doing 4 City. No one wants to see 4 shitty shirts. Not even City fans want to see that many shirts. So we're not going to tonight. And I have to say, this episode is quite United heavy. Didn't realise that until right now. Obviously, all 4 of us are City fans. One of us, City fans? No. All 4 of us are United fans. I'm sorry.
What? Yeah.
That City line got in my head, and I don't know. Anyway, all 4 of us are United fans, although one of us now claims that he's not. Dom, no, obviously Sean, thinks he's a county fan. But no, we've got 10 shirts to look through, and
That.
What's that?
Insulting that.
But it's true, Sean. You was a United fan, and then you decided you didn't want to be.
I wore the shirt. I wore the shirt under duress.
I'm not getting into this story again. I didn't force you to be anything.
To strengthen your army.
I don't need. We don't need to. 6 billion fans out. Apparently,
It's like a slave for you.
All right, Brittany, calm yourself now, Brittany. Let's not get into this. So
don't let me lick my thumb.
Why is it every episode we have to start with a song which then makes it onto the video that Dom's gonna edit for this episode? It's bad.
Don't be so toxic.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, but can't think of any more songs for this.
Oh well, why don't you hit me, baby, one more time?
I was gonna go there, but that's a bit. Not even I'm that corny, Tom. Even I would have put a bit more thought into it, mate. Come on, keep up, man. Right, let's get our guest on. We've spoken long enough. Let's get our guest on. He's returning back to the channel for his second appearance, I believe. Lovely fella, great football fan as well as a football shirt collector and seller.
I should hope so.
Why
Being
should
a
you
guest,
hope so?
Being a guest on a football kit show.
Well, yeah, we've had a few people that aren't necessarily collectors, just like football. So we're not holding anyone to ransom. You don't have to collect shirts to be on this show, Sean.
No.
It's free range, and we'll see people as we see fit in terms of on this channel. Anyway, let's get in now. Anyway, so we're all very excited. United have won. He was still in the first half when we was celebrating the goal. He was that far behind.
That international time difference.
We didn't even know Casemiro was on. He was like, "What? What are you talking about?" It is, of course. I say, of course, like that should give it away. It's Luke from Kit Launch. What's happening, pal? You're all right.
Good evening, guys. I'm still watching the match there, so I'm just going to keep watching there. Just don't spoil the ending for me, all right? I'm a small bit behind at the moment.
What score is it to you at the moment?
It's 1-0 West Ham. What? Didn't finish like that, did it?
Yeah, well, you can tell by our faces. Yeah, it did, mate. We're really sorry.
And I'm only messing. Thanks a million for having me on, guys. It's great to be back for my second appearance. And all in great spirit after a big win.
Absolutely, mate. It could have been a lot worse. We could have been our faces, really annoyed. Me just giving Sean shit for the whole episode. But we don't have to do that now. It's all friendly. We're all good. And we just have to be happy, I guess. There's some more comments coming. Big up to Jackson's jerseys, always locked in. Southampton losing to Grimsby and Spurs doing Spursy things. And now the rank bank. What a night. This is what I say every night to Hannah. Let's go to the rank bank.
Piece of me, that is a piece of me.
Absolutely. Hello to Stanchion shirts as well. You don't have to collect shirts to be on the show, just as long as you support United. Well, that's it. All four of us do support United, so that's fine. We're all happy.
Give me more. Give me more.
All happy to be here tonight. And we're happy that you're here as well. Obviously, if it is your first time talking kit, or maybe it's not, and you've not yet subscribed to the channel, first thing to do, stop what you're doing, smash a like on the video, then subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell notification for every time that we upload and release new content. And become a kit head. That's all we pretty much want you to be at the moment. Join the community and get involved. Obviously tonight, any shirts you like, any shirts you don't like, let us know in the comments or any sort of thoughts you may have on the 10 that we are going through and ranking this evening. Okay, let's get in to a little bit of, I need to do my admin as always. I do forget to do the admin, but I shouldn't. As you know, this show is in association with Retro Football Kits, and you can go and get 10% off your orders on the website using code TalkingKit10. And go and do it. Why not? They've got thousands of shirts. This is from there. I thought I'd wear a goalkeeper shirt tonight. If you've watched or you've seen their channel, you may have seen a video on there where I went through my top 5 United shirts. I was actually wearing this because I don't really wear goalkeeper shirts. Never played goalkeeper, so I never bothered. But it's quite nice. And I've got that one there because obviously these were worn when United won the League Cup, 2006, 2017. Dom's wearing it from 2010, and obviously Luke's wearing it from 2023. John, what are you wearing there?
Glad you asked. Some classic international cigarette. Can you see that?
No, you're not really.
I've gone blurry now. Cigarette card players from.
Don't smoke, no kids. Don't smoke. It's not healthy.
It's from the 80s. Everyone was doing it.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Pat Jennings on there. Beardsley's on there.
Oh, beautiful.
Alan McInally. On there as well. Anyway, charity shop, £1.50. Carry on.
Oh, we love it. Okay, right, let's get into this week's episode. So yeah, Talking Kit 10 at Retro Football Kits. Look out for them as well. They're going to be at the Retro Football Kit Fair in Sheffield on the 11th of March. I'm going down. So if anyone's heading along, come and say hello. It would be nice to catch up with some faces in the scene that I've not yet seen or spoken to. That would be great. Anyway, let's get into this week's episode. 10 shirts from 10 League Cup winning clubs, ranging from obviously 2023 all the way to 2000. So it's all the last 23 years, which is pretty good. Let's get into number 10 then on our list. Actually, no, before I get into it, did anyone struggle ranking these shirts, or was it quite easy for everyone? How did we all find it?
But the bottom was easy again.
Okay, seems to be a theme. You get the top 5. You get the top 5 at a struggle, but the bottom 5. Luke, how did you find ranking the shirts?
There weren't a couple of great ones, and I have to say some of my choices towards the top weren't actually going to be my favourite teams. I just happened to like the shirt, so it might disappoint a couple of you.
Yeah, you rank how you want to rank, mate. There's no judging on this show. That's not what we're here for. Each to their own. Dom? Your face
Oh,
was a
it's
bit. Oh, what was it?
horrible.
It was the throwing up emoji you sent me. I thought, that's nice. Yeah, after researching and doing my job. Thank you very much, mate.
It was so bad. It's such a piss poor list. I didn't realise just how bad a load of the shirts were. It was so hard.
Anyone watching, please do carry on watching. Don't turn off. I mean, don't listen to him.
Listen,
You know what I
it's
mean?
great content. The shirts are just shit, and I hate the vast majority of the teams.
But, it's always going to be the way when it's English clubs and you support United. You're never going to be like, oh, I do like these. But no, I hear what you're saying. You know, some of the shirts aren't the greatest in terms of how you rank them, but we'll get through them anyway and look and see who was number one and who was bottom. We'll start with the bottom. Best way to be. So 4 of us here have ranked. Jay from Retro has obviously ranked the shirts that have been given out to the 5 of us. I have then collated all the scores. Obviously, if you rank your shirt number 1, you get 10 points. If you rank your shirt number 10, it only gets 1 point, and so on and so forth. Then I sit down for the afternoon and go through it all, and we get a total score for each shirt, and that gives us our definitive list. So let's get into it then. No more messing around. Number 10 on our list then this week with 16 points. So it's quite high for a bottom shirt. It's normally around 10 and then below, but 16 is not too bad of a score, although it's not a great shirt. It's from 2008, and it is Tottenham Hotspurs with their effort from their final, like I say, in 2008, where they beat Chelsea after extra time as well. Berbatov and Woodgate scoring the winner for Spurs. Drogba getting the Chelsea goal, which was down at Wembley. It was bottom of my list of all Chelsea shirts, of all Spurs shirts. Very plain, isn't it? And I don't like the Mansion sponsor. Do better, Spurs. Like your league form and your form in general, really. Just do better. That's what I'm going to say. We'll go to Jay. We'll get Jay out of the way. And he put this one in 7th place. And he says, the most meh kit ever. Dom, we'll come to you next because I assume you're going to agree. Because like me, it was bottom of your list.
Dead last. Awful. Really bad. Anniversary. Make some effort. Looks like a PE top.
Oh God, I just have flashbacks. I kind of there. Anniversary making
it. Puma obviously doing Puma things, but I imagine they've got a good hand in Spurs doing Spursy things as well. So just boring, just proper boring. And as Kitman Man says, it's got a massive cock on it.
Yeah, their shirts do have massive cocks on it. Although, we do know Jay likes a massive knob on his, but not cock, apparently. So anyway, thank you, Dom. Luke, we'll come to you on this, because you kind of rate this one a little bit. 4th place on your list.
Yeah, I reckon anything under the top 3 could have been interchangeable from 4th to 10th. That's the way the list was going. So the only reason this stood out from the rest of them was because of just the likes of Berbatov playing with it. I thought it was a bit of an iconic era for Spurs, the players that were playing for them at the time. The proper, would I be right saying Harry Redknapp was managing them then? It was a bit of an iconic team with Nico Kranjčar and all them. But in terms of the actual fabric on the shirt, if you feel it in person, it's not comfortable at all. It's almost like a rain jacket, the feel to the shirt. The overall design, very plain, but I do like the Mansion sponsor. So that's another factor which put it above definitely the ones I ranked underneath it anyway, like the Birmingham shirt.
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. I can understand that. Like I say, the feel comes into it. Big up to Pac-Man, who's in, says, looks like a market stall knockoff that. I don't disagree. I also don't understand, Sean, why Spurs love to have a red sponsors, given that they know the direct rivals are red and white. You think of AIA on the shirts now. They had Mansion. You had this in 8th place overall. Do you find that a bit weird that Spurs like to remind themselves that Arsenal are better?
Are you asking me a question?
That's my question. I'm asking about the man.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of the relevance to asking me.
So it's just a link to get onto.
All right. Sorry.
Jesus,
I thought I thought you thought I was an Arsenal fan for a
I'm
second.
I'm not good of a presenter. You don't even know I'm doing it, mate. I mean, okay, now wake up.
I didn't get any link there, but okay.
I was talking about the
Games
sponsor. I
The
mentioned
sponsor.
sponsor.
It's a casino. It's a casino
weird.
thing, isn't it?
I'm asking you
Yeah.
if it's weird that Spurs like to have a red sponsor given that.
I know what you're doing. Okay, yeah, it's so weird. Go on, carry on.
And your overall thoughts on the shirt, please, mate.
Oh, I thought you needed me to buffer your link. I thought I was carrying on.
Just talk about
there's
the
no-
brand and then
okay.
go into the shirt. Oh my god! Is this
Well,
your first time on this show or what?
That's why I have problems every week because I'm opening my phone, yeah. Right, the kit there with the Carling Cup final little embroidery makes it 10 times better. Very boring. Like Dom says, it is meh, but the kits I ranked below it are ugly. So meh outweighs ugly. It is plain. It's something to put on, I suppose, around the house. That's about it.
Not outrating.
You're gonna spill your dark fruits down it, aren't you? So 5 out of 10.
I don't do dark fruits, so no, I'm not. Stanchion Shirts, Dom, is saying not every shirt is born to make you happy. I mean,
I like it.
no, but they should at least try. Stanchion, yeah? Should at least try. There we go then. Spurs 2008 from when they beat Chelsea in the League Cup. The last trophy that they won, funnily enough. 16 points on our list this week. Right, let's get into number 9 then. No messing around. 19 points overall from the rankers. Very, very recent. In fact, last year's winners, 2022's winners. And it is, of course, the team that everyone loves to hate. Well, especially on this panel. It's Liverpool. Liverpool and their shirt from last season, obviously, as you can tell, by Nike. And their final was a great final. Again, Chelsea were involved on the losing side. They beat Chelsea 11-10 on pens after a boring 0-0 draw. Down at Wembley, obviously. Straight away, Pac-Man, no messing around, burn it. I mean, if I had one physically, mate, I would, but I don't need to. It's just a picture. Try not to let it heat you up. 9th on my list. Do you know the worst thing for me about this shirt is that I don't understand the orange, and I've seen it in the flesh. I've seen it in Dry Fit Advance. It doesn't get any better. Like, it feels better, but the orange lines baffle me. Make them green or make them yellow or make them white. Orange though, I just don't get it. And Standard Chartered, one of the worst sponsors, one of the worst press, one of the worst clubs. To be fair, I'll be honest. Never gonna score high with me unless it's one of the great, one of the OK 90s shirts that he had. All right, Dom, just stop looking at me and judging me like my mother. Just not a great shirt for Liverpool for me. Sean, let's start with you. I'll try not to make it clever. I'll just say, what do you think?
I think, like what you said, don't understand the orange, and I don't know why they've chosen those diagonal lines.
Yeah,
I've never seen a Liverpool kit like it. It's ugly, but Liverpool have done a lot better.
You're absolutely right. It is very, very ugly. Jay, though, put it in the middle of the road. He said it's kind of funky. He likes the pinstripes. Back of the
pinstripes.
Yeah, I don't know. But the back of the collar is grim. See, the thing with Jay, he has to be all one collar or like a round neck. He doesn't like anything funky. You can't have something differentiating on a collar, so it always goes down for him. It seems. That's what he thinks. Luke, we'll come to you because you had this similar to Jay. You had it in 5th place. Do you think Nike could get? I think Nike could getting worse for Liverpool. You see, we started off, that first shirt was really quite nice. The throwback to the 90s. This is weird, and they've got that one this season, which is just basically the Spurs shirt but red and a Nike tick on it. Do you see it? You see it getting worse with Nike for Liverpool?
Definitely, and I don't know if you've seen the leak for the new away shirt for next year. It got leaked today. It's like a horrible green. Somebody said it to me earlier. It's like a smoothie. It's like a spirulina kale smoothie. It's just ugly green. I like Liverpool have had okay green and white jerseys in the past, but they've just got it horribly wrong again next season. This season's kids, don't get me started. I don't know what the story is with them. This one in particular, it's okay. It's not great. It's kind of a failed attempt at a nice Roma shirt, I think. Like the kind of blend of colours, they could have done it a lot better, but they didn't. So no, they're missing. They're missing a lot there. They're missing a trick.
Yeah, absolutely. For all you Liverpool fans that have been mocking United for celebrating on Sunday, Sam look at them. Also, as well, quickly, Sean, that's how you take a link, mate, and you move on with it. Just how Luke did it was perfect. Yeah. So whatever Luke does, you try and do as well, mate. Okay.
I'll try and get the links.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Dom, let's finish off on you on this one. Like us, you had it quite low. You had it 8th place overall. I mean, what else is there left to say other than it's not great, really?
Well, it's not, is it? And don't hold it against me, but I kind of like the orange now because it's the same colour as that Lionesses away shirt, which I've grown to love. But yeah, it'd be not. I wouldn't love it till the world ends. It's more so you can't get excited about this. The lightning bolt pinstripe things are awful. The only like real link would be the green on the collar on the back, but then that's just hidden behind Van Dijk's hair, so no one gets to see it, or Nunez if he would have worn it. But yeah, no, not nice. Not for me, Jeff. No.
No, absolutely not. So there we go then. Liverpool 9th on our list this week, with 19 points from when we beat Chelsea and then 4-0 draw on penalties. Nothing more else to say. Let's move on. Number 8 on our list then, 22 points overall. A team again that isn't very fancied on this panel. What a surprise! It's the winners from 2021, Manchester City, and their home shirt from the season that they won it. Obviously, who did they play and who did they beat? They beat Spurs 1-0. Laporte scoring at Wembley. Where did I have this? I had it 6 on my list. I mean, again, I think Puma do a lot wrong, but at least they're trying to do something a little bit different with this one. Obviously, think of the home shirt this season, getting a lot of ratings from a lot of people. I don't mind this one. I think they have had worse with Puma. I think of this last season's was terrible. But this for me is not too bad. Sean, we'll start with you on this one because you had it 7th on your list. What are your thoughts of the opinion from Manchester?
I like its uniqueness. I like the classic badge, but I think there was better out there. I've not seen a cracked ice before on a kit. I enjoyed that. But yeah, it looks. I know the background's really nice, but it looks plain almost. Is that
makes
right
sense?
To say?
Yeah. Okay. You say so. Anything else?
That's it. Okay.
Dom, let's come to you on it then. Again, you followed Sean in that you had it in 7th place. Just because it's rivals you don't like, or is it not a great shirt?
It's both. But as you say, Puma have definitely had worse. At least with this, they tried, and obviously, if you've been anywhere in and around Affleck's or anywhere like that, you'll see this mosaic broken tile, dotted about the city as well. So I think it's a nice link to Manchester. And to be fair, they do that Manc link better than we do, like with the Manchester thing on the Hacienda kit that they had as well. But yeah, I think overall, I don't know, Puma have had their pants down. But this at least they've tried, and there's a decent link to the city. So yeah, for that reason, I'd kind of afford it some kind of points. But that's my prerogative, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you think City are trying a bit too hard to claim they're from Manchester? You see stuff from Affleck's, the Hacienda.
Yeah, well, they're all from Stockport as well, aren't they? To be fair,
well,
so
yeah, all 5 of them are. To be fair, which is fair enough, isn't it? No, that's fine. Pac-Man's been on. He said middle of the road. I don't know if he's talking about this shirt or Liverpool are going to finish in the league this season. But anyway, Luke, let's finish off with you on it, mate. You had this one in Okay, yeah, I can understand where he said, a bit of controversy on some of them. You had this in third.
The fuck, Luke.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the neutral game here. I kind of looked at the shirt as if it wasn't a Man City shirt, because if it was, say, a Melbourne City shirt, I'd like it. I don't mind the design that much. I kind of like the cracked ice design that you said there, Sean. It kind of does resonate. And, if it was a Norwegian shirt, say, I think there might have been a small bit more hype about it. But I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. It's just obviously the crest that brings it down a lot. And that's showing why it's number 7 on the table. No bias intended.
Got it in third.
Well, you could say break the ice with this one.
True.
No.
You could. Shout out to Pac-Man. Strong talk from the Salford boys. Yeah, Newton East not in Salford though, mate, is it? Just going to say that. You'll be interested to know, you might be interested to know where Jay put this shirt. He had this in 10th place. And his notes are literally Walter White meth. That's literally what he said about it. So fair play, Jay. You've got up in my estimation there, mate. At least it's not a great era for shirts. That's all we're saying. There we go.
A great era.
It's not a great era for shirts. Definitely not. Manchester City then, 8th place on our list. 3rd place in Luke's list. No one else's. 22 points overall this week in our EFL champions or EFL winners shirts. Moving on to number 7, and we're going actually to Jay's neck of the woods. They scored 24 points. If you don't know, Jay's from Birmingham, by the way. And there's a quick picture of City celebrating. There we go. Yeah, right. Okay, boring. Move on. And it's Birmingham City and their shirt that they wore in 2011. When they, if I could get it up, I would show you. There we go.
All right.
Birmingham City. Their shirt they wore in 2011 when they beat the mighty Arsenal. 2-1 down at Wembley. Zigic and Martins getting the goals for Birmingham. Van Persie scored for Arsenal when he was slumming it for Arsenal before he come to the big boys and won a title. It was number 5 on my list. I actually don't mind this. It reminds me of Birmingham. Obviously, because it's a Birmingham shirt. But you know what? That really threw me. Dom, you were absolutely frozen there. I thought, as the stream stalled, you didn't move. Right. Jesus, that was scary. Right. Anyway, Birmingham City, yeah. It's Step or Step, whatever the supplier was called. Weird one. But that Birmingham badge is great. I think the sponsor's all right as well. It's a good shirt, proper Birmingham shirt. We will go. Who should we go to? Luke, let's come to you on this one. You had it 8th place. I think you may have got the City and Birmingham one mixed up, to be honest with you, mate. But yeah, what do you think of the Birmingham shirt?
I don't like it. They haven't had some great shirts in the past, but I know normally shirts become a bit more iconic, especially when you beat Arsenal in a cup final, but it's not doing it for me. I honestly couldn't tell you what the name of that manufacturer is, and just I don't really like investment company sponsors on the front of a shirt. It's just it's not doing it for me. It's something that you could wear. It's a Sunday League shirt. There's more effort gone into Sunday League shirts, so no, it's not doing it for me at all.
No, fair enough, mate. I think the Shirts in Time podcast has been on rugby shirt vibes. I hear that. And spearmint extra chewing gum. Yeah, very well. I don't know. Are you saying it's fresh? I don't know. I don't get what you're saying there. I think it's X Step or Step. I'm sure that's what the manufacturer is. Looking on Footy Kit Archive. Big shout out to Footy Kit Archive. It's XTEP. So I'm saying Step or X Step. I don't know. Dom, let's come to you on it next. And you really like this one. You had it second on your list. Luke, tell him, Luke. Tell him what he's done wrong. Why, Dom? Why is it second on the list, man?
I knew there'd be a bit of a circus around it, but I just think it's fun. Like I love the fact that obviously what they did when they were massive underdogs. I think the sponsor itself, whilst Luke may not like investment companies, I think it's at least considerate to the colour scheme. I love the fact that they've just been mental and gone, well, let's just put our name on one of the arms as well. So doing sleeve sponsorship before it was really a thing. And I've always loved the Birmingham badge. I think it's class. I think it's easily one of the best badges in the English Football League. But yeah, the rugby top thing, I didn't think of that, but that just makes it like it even more. It's just fucking mental. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm confused by it, and I'm intrigued. It's like one of them mental birds you meet out.
Both crazy and hot. Yeah, I hear it, mate. I hear it.
It'd be a demon in the sack. This, you know it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay.
A femme fatale, you could say.
Fatale. Fair enough, mate. The Midlands, Birmingham City. It is one of the greatest badges. I am a big fan of it. They should be doing better for the badge that they have. Sean, for you, it was in. This is your bottom shirt, Sean.
It was. I wasn't enamoured with it. It does look a bit graphic designy, doesn't it? Not much consideration. It looks like a really bad template of like Adidas's disabled brother.
Not the right thing to say, to be fair.
You know what it looks like? Like an AI-generated shirt.
I think, that's not great thing to say.
Have you seen any of them AI ones?
No.
Oh yeah, the artificial intelligence ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
AI.
Looks like one there.
Yeah.
Well, with the shorts, it looks a bit better. Have you seen? Did you have the picture with the shorts?
Oh yeah, I'll put that on. Sorry, I'll put that on before, you know. The white shorts.
Because it follows on from the top as well when it's tucked in.
Yeah. It does look better.
But very ugly for me.
Well, clearly you put it bottom. Would you I'd give it a night out rating?
With a jacket on, I would. A suit jacket, maybe 6 out of 10.
Suit jacket.
Just to break it up, just to break it up a bit.
All right, fair enough.
It's too out there, isn't it?
6 out of 10. Fair enough. Then there we go. Stanchion, if you want to start that spin-off, you go for it. Full badge rankers. You go for it, mate. I'm happy for you to do that. That's fine. Then we got a Birmingham City is 7th place on our list. Oh no, let me give you Jay. What did Jay say about it? He had it in 6th place. He said kind of cool, few different designs going on. Yeah, that's true. It is a bit funky. As Dom tested to having it 2nd place in his rankings this week. Birmingham City then with 24 points overall, 7th on our list. Let's move up to number 6, and they beat it by just 1 point, 25 points overall, and all the way back to 2004. And Borough. I don't like it. 8th place on my list. It just reminds me of when United used to get battered by Middlesbrough every single time we went to the Riverside. And for that reason, I can't stand it. Dial a phone. Yeah, what else are you going to do when you dial on a phone? You're not dialing a fax machine. Oh, you can't. I don't know. I don't like it. 8th place. It reminds me of, what's he called? Massimo Macaroni. Was that what he's called? That was shy.
A bald guy.
Yeah, the Italian everyone was buzzing over and he was rubbish. Yeah, reminds me of him for some reason. And obviously Gareth Southgate, Bolos Hendon and all them kind of people. So that's why I put it 8th on my list. Jay had this one all the way in 3rd place. Oh, Jay. Simple but very nice. I don't agree. Sean, we'll come to you first on this one. And you put this top of your list.
What?
Look at it.
You put this top of your list.
You pissed.
It looks like it could be a vest without the sleeves with a little pin, like white pin up there. Plus, if you showed a live shot, the match play one,
I don't think it makes any better.
This just.
Look at Bolo there. Come on.
I think it's because it was a team made out of like superstars, ex-superstars in that kit at the time. like George Boateng, Zenden, Juninho. It's just iconic to me, that.
I mean,
Plus, we beat him at the Riverside. We beat him in the Riverside as well in the Coca-Cola Cup semi-final. So,
yeah. I mean, fair. We, Man United.
I love the collar. Stockport County IO. Love the collar. The crest.
Yeah,
It's a full kit of red as well.
it is. You're right. Yeah.
It's just
There you
also when I first looked at it,
Yeah.
it was a clear favourite. First impressions matter.
I told you this list was shit.
I mean, you say that, but then obviously people are putting shirts you might say are shit near the top. It is what it is, and there's a few comments coming about it. So obviously, say Mendieta, yeah, Mendieta as well. That was a weird time on it. Borough a bit busy and close together in the middle, and shirt in time pod. Sponsors getting a headache. It's so high up. You're absolutely right, mate. It's getting a nosebleed. Luke, let's come to you on it, and it was reasonably placed, I have to say, in 9th place for you. Yeah. Why is Sean wrong? Can we explain that at all?
I'm thinking when I'm looking at it, like, it's not going to be comfortable when you're wearing it at all. It just looks like one of those like diner uniforms from those old American movies. It's take the crest and everything away. Don't get me wrong, Araya are doing great things now, but certainly not back then.
Nah.
Yeah, it's not high. It's not high on my list at all. And I don't think it would be.
I absolutely agree, and it's one of those early noughties shirts that were just far too oversized, far too heavy in terms of the material. And there was a similar United shirt. It was the reversible one from like 2001, 2002. You couldn't wear it when you were playing football because it just added about £5, £10 onto you. And you couldn't wear it on the gold side on the inside because then if you were sweating, it'd stick to your skin. But I imagine if it was wet and you're playing 5-a-side and it got soaking wet, it's weighing you down. There's no aerodynamicness in this at all, to be fair. But no, I mean, I understand why you put it in 9th. I'm not a fan of it myself, as I put it in 8th. Dom, we'll finish off with you because, you know, like myself and Luke, you've got a bit of common sense and you put it in 9th place. Yeah, sorry, just quickly there. Shirts in time said, sold a few for my Borough mate last year. Super heavy shirt too. Yeah, it looks like it, mate. Dom, yeah, 9th place though. I mean, just crap in it. It's not great.
It is bad. Like, I'm looking at it, and I want to go do something, but it's not doing a thing. Like, come on, wake up. And it looks like, you know, when you get them pants that you zip off onto shorts with the bold lines. I think that American Diner thing is class. And the sponsor so high up it gets a headache. It's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Utilize the space. Why are you so up here? I don't get it.
It's wild. Like, I don't get.
Yeah.
It's awful. Yeah, no, not for me. It looks like a bib, like a training bib, but not in the right colour.
No, it does. Pat-Man said it's road chef uniform. Yeah. Or happy eater and all that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What it reminds you of. Why on earth anyone would put it top of the bloody list? Do you know what I mean? Who would do that? But here we go. It is Middlesbrough. Somehow they've managed to get 6th place on our list this week. For the final in 2004, where they beat Bolton 2-1, Job and Zenden scoring the goals. Davies for Bolton. Down at the Millennium Stadium. Remember when finals used to be held there because there was no Wembley? Yeah, there we go. Middlesbrough doing their bit and 25 points overall. Let's get into number 5 then. 29 points. And it's the 2015 winners of the competition. Chelsea. Where they beat Spurs have been on this list so many times, mostly as losers, to be fair, because they were bottom of the list, loser, and there have been a couple of finals where they've lost as well. So 2-0 versus Spurs for Chelsea. John Terry and Diego Costa down at Wembley, securing them the title in 2015. 7th on my list. Do you know what I'm really sick of? And do you know what it gives me flashbacks to? really crap gradients on shirts. It reminds me of that 2018-19 United shirt where you had the really rubbish link to the Newton Heath train station or train line, whatever. It just reminds me of that. I get really bad flashbacks to that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Another sponsor that's far too high, the Samsung. I'm just not a big fan. I'm just not a big fan. That's all I can say. Jay, as you can imagine, being a Chelsea fan, he's a bit biased, yeah, clearly, but it's clean, cool. The stripes coming down are cool. Jay, they're not. They're really not, pal. You've misjudged there, pal. I'm afraid. But yeah, that's enough from me and Jay. We'll start with Dom. 6th place for you, mate. So you're not far off it. I mean, Chelsea have had a lot better shirts, haven't they?
It's just because something had to go there, and yeah, the gradient thing I fucking hate, and then the nipple height sponsor as well. Not massive on that either. As well, I wish my nipples were that high. To be fair,
Why you got low nipples?
oh mate, it's these moobs.
Boobs.
Yeah,
Yeah, crappy. What next?
But yeah, no way. I think it's boring to coin a J phrase. It's the most meh.
It's the most meh.
Yeah,
I agree. Not a great shit. Was it Jose back at this time as well? I think. I did sacked him for the 18th term. I can't remember. Luke, we'll come to you on it. And 7th place, similar to myself. Again, it's one of those. It looks like you could throw any year at this, and it looks like a Chelsea shirt from that year. They all seem very similar, but it's not an inspiring one, is it? That Adidas have given to them.
No, it's not at all. There's nothing I can pick out that I really like about it. Like you mentioned, the gradient there, that it's kind of resonating with the United 2018 shirt. Not a great pattern at all. It doesn't really make sense. At least try it in a different color. It's too dark, I reckon. There's nothing special. I don't think there's one thing really that stands out about it. I'm looking at it now. There's nothing I can actually see that stands out that looks good. Chelsea shirts, they always pretty much look the same, but at least sometimes they throw in a small bit of yellow to make it, I suppose, spice it up a small bit. They haven't done anything here for me. I don't really rate it at all. And I don't mind Chelsea shirts, actually. In terms of the away shirts and the third shirts they have, they often pull out some nice designs, but their home shirts, like Spurs, just seem to be quite monotone every year. The exact same thing.
Yeah.
You're bang on, mate. Shirts in time has been on. Not as bad as United 18-19 shirt, but not much better. Spurs shirt has been the best so far. Okay. Maybe you should leave that comment in time, to be fair. Jake, I'm going to say that. Back in time. Back to the future. Put it to 88. DeLorean. Marty McFly. I'm just naming bits from the film now. Shut up. Sean, you had it in 4th place.
I did like it, although it does look a bit. There's no link to Chelsea apart from the crest, is there really, and the colour. But I did actually like the different gradient of stripes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It did things for me, and but then again, yeah, it's 4th. I shouldn't have put it 4th. Actually, it is basic, but I think I just like it because it could have been anybody's kit, and it's like a nice design.
Okay. Just then, as you mentioned that, anyone of a certain age remember? Do you remember when your TV used to go out of tune and you had to tune it back in? And it would have them weird lines. That's what it reminds me of. It's like
or if a bus went past, then it did that.
No,
it's me. I live in Glossop. It happens all the time.
Yeah, well, fair enough, mate. Retro. Jay's been on. I'm not going to say Retro's been on. Jay's been on. Chelsea. And they have come 5th on our list this week, 29 points overall. And yeah, that's it. Middle of the road, 29 points overall. We move on to our next shirt. 4th place now. We're getting into the Champions League places. 30 points, so only by 1 point. I think they should have been a little bit higher. Well, maybe, I don't know. There we go. There's Chelsea celebrating with a racist. Let's not have him on too long. Let's move on. I want to get him off. There we go. It's Blackburn Rovers from 2002. Good old Blackburn. Shirts in time. You should have that as your like logo, the little time thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. I had this in third place. I think which reminds me of Blackburn because it's a Blackburn shirt. But I mean, when Blackburn were decent, they had some good players. As Andy Cole was there because he scored in the final. So their final, they beat Spurs, didn't they? 2-1. Spurs again down at the Millennium Stadium. Oh, Matt Jansen. Remember when Matt Jansen was going to be the biggest thing, the next big striker, and he got injured? And
do you know where he is now?
No.
Stockport.
As a coach?
He's a player liaison officer.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's like goes to the shop for the players, doesn't he? And
to the shop. Is
fills
that what he does?
Yeah.
Lucozade and a toffee crisp. Wow, that's a decent job, to be fair, if you can get it. But yeah, big up Matt Jansen. And Ziga scored for Spurs. Totally forgot he played for Spurs until I looked it up and got them notes. Yeah, so third place for me. Blackburn Macappa. I love the Blackburn badge. I know we had that rivalry in the 90s. Mrs. Arnold used to mock us. You remember that, Sean? Down at St. Anne's. And yeah, I think it's a nice shirt. Long sleeve as well. I put the long sleeve one in there on purpose. Jay had this in 8th place. Why, Jay? Why do you have it in 8th place, mate? Let's find out. Like the half and half, don't like the Kappa template. Oh, get to Jay. But you had that Chelsea shirt in second. Get out. Leave right now. Luke, we'll start with you on this one. You had this in 6th place. What for you wasn't kind of hitting the right note in terms of the Blackburn Rovers shirt?
I should have actually had a higher. Looking at it now again, I actually like the colour scheme on it now. The way the badge is matching the sponsor. I like the shade of navy down the side. I think it's a bit of a nice touch. It takes away from just the plain blue and white. And I love a Kappa shirt. Maybe the only downside I would say to this shirt is the collar. There's a weird shape to that collar. I'm not sure why. It looks like it's overlapping, but I'm not sure what it's like on. But definitely, to bring my Irish bias back into it from the last time I was on, I should have actually ranked it higher. Like Damien Duff playing in it as well. What a player he was for them. So no, I think I'd revise my decision there and probably put it maybe 4th if I was to go back in time.
Flip flop.
We love a flip flop on this show.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, because obviously we've been doing the show for 40 minutes, United got drawn at home to Fulham. I've just found that out. Only because the club couldn't wait to email me to say we're going to be taking the money in the next couple of days. Thank you very much, Manchester United. Home again. Yay. But there we go. That's Blackburn, and that's what Luke thinks about it. I agree, mate. It is a really nice shirt. But I agree the collar does look very weird, very naughty. Dom, let's come to you on it. And you had it in 3rd place. You agreed with me. It's just a really nice Blackburn shirt, isn't it, really?
Yeah, of course it is. And they sometimes have them. I think the kind of synergy across the crest and the sponsor and the Premier League badges as well is class. Because obviously the navy that goes around the crest and around the Kappa logo and down the sides is a lot like the navy in the Premier League badges. They've got the green that was in the badge, but then he's in the crest and the sponsor as well. I think it all ties in really well, like the blue, white, and green. And then you've got obviously the Lancashire rose that stands out as well, which will always get plus points for me. And Brett Emerton used to live in the same apartment block as me, and I think he signed just after this as well.
Clang.
Get that.
Pick up that name, Dom. Pick up that name.
When I lived in town, I used to think it was sick. I was like at 19 or something. I thought it was quality.
Oh, but, yeah. Is that John Curtis there? With Henry Bird and Damien Duff. I love it.
Yeah.
John Curtis is the type of player that Sean would buy on Football Manager or something, wouldn't you? Premier manager.
He was solid, weren't he? He was ever present for his lower clubs.
I just remember him being at United and then kind of not doing enough. Yeah, no, fair enough, Dom. It is a great shirt. Sean, we'll finish off with you on it.
I need to do what Luke did. I need to elevate it above Chelsea to 4th.
Yeah, I think you do.
I think because I didn't like the sponsor when I looked at it straight away, and that's what put me off it. But on closer inspection, I like it all. I like the reversed colours of the sleeves.
Yes.
And it's a classic, isn't it?
It is a classic.
I love the Premier League badges, the old Premier League badges on the sleeves. Well.
Yeah. It takes you back, doesn't it? To be, we used to iron them on for you at home. I remember that.
Yeah, the collar is a bit of a low point for me though, as well.
Yeah, but we can forgive that.
Yeah, it's like a bib. Do you know those bibs that babies have?
Not them adult bibs.
Not the.
No, they're like the solid plastic ones that catch your hula hoops. Those ones.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean. Fair enough. I mean, night out rating for this, Sean. If you had to give it one, I know I'm not actually.
And if I was a night out, I'd have to roll up the sleeves.
Okay. Wait, you're not wearing it under a suit jacket again?
I could do actually, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it an 8. Give it an 8.
An 8, lovely stuff. Right, there we go. Blackburn number 4 on our list this week. 30 points overall. When they beat Spurs in 2002, a long time ago. Big up Matt Jansen and Andy Cole for scoring the goals. Right, let's get into number 3 then. And 31 points. And it's quite tight the list this week. No one really jumping out. And it is this. I can't believe this is solo. It's Leicester City from 2000, the earliest of our 10 shirts from back in, like I say, 2000. Elliott scoring 2 goals. They went to beat Tranmere at Wembley, Matt Elliott. Kelly scoring for Tranmere in a 2-1 victory. I mean, this was second on my list. It's Walker's, it's Fox Leisure, it's Leicester. It's Foxy's anything. What's wrong with you boys? It's a beautiful shirt. It's iconic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's Walker's, man. I love this. I don't understand why. The rest of you haven't. We're going to start with Dom. And actually, I know why we haven't. And I'm going to leave him to last because I feel like he needs talking to and dressing down. Dom, we're going to come to you. It was 5th on your list, so middle of the road. What was it? Was it not crisp enough for you, this shirt?
Look, it is obviously one of the best crisp sponsors there's ever been. But it'll never be, and I'm sure Luke's with me on this, it'll never beat Tato's. Never. Not in a million years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's its most redeeming feature with the collar and cuffs matching that I really like. But yeah, it's not great. But it's not bad. I think its most redeeming feature is the sponsor. And that shouldn't be what saves a football shirt. Just ask Paddy Power.
We don't talk about Paddy. I mean, I'm dismayed by that, because I feel like it's a great shirt. And Jay, you put it number 1. It says classic. Love the polo collar, the big long sleeves. Tony Cotty, Heskey, Robbie Savage. That's who you think of. Matt Elliott. That's who you think of when you see this. Not Andy. Did Andy Impey play for Leicester in this shirt as well? I'm making that up. John, you should know that.
I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to my mind's eye memory to try and remember.
Don't do that. You'll black out.
I know. Yeah. Shirts in time. You need to be quiet, please, because it's not other than the sponsor. It's meh. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
He's right. He's right.
He's not. And also, Jackson knows. Love this classic sponsor. Great badge. Matching collar and cuff. We all love it when the collar match their cuffs. We love a matching collar and cuff, lad. Give me more. Give me more, apparently. It's like a version of Brief. Give me more. Give me more? No, it's Tell Me More. Was it Tell Me More or Give Me More? Give Me More was Busta Rhymes. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll move on anyway.
I think you'll find Give Me More is Britney Spears.
Is it?
Yes. I've dropped about 9 of them in.
I'll be honest, mate. I've not listened to her for a long time. I don't know. Right.
I saw that one, then I thought, oops, I did it again.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Sean, did we come to 6? You had it in your list, Sean, yeah?
Yeah, it needs elevating one place, I think. Chelsea needs to be 6th.
So you're just going further and further down Chelsea now.
Yeah, one of them was referred to, I think it was Birmingham, as a rugby shirt. I think this is like an 80s rugby shirt for me. But it's okay. It's nice. It's a classic. That's the only reason it's as high as it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
this
it.
looks a bit basic apart from the sponsor.
No, I don't agree, to be honest. Big up Ollie, Emil Heskey, 6 finals and 4 wins. Fair play to Emil Heskey. The reason why I've left until last, and I think he needs to address it, he needs to talk us through his thinking. Luke had it dead last. How did you have it dead last, Luke? How?
It's the crisps. It's got to be the crisps.
You beat me to it, Dom. You know, look, the only thing that's going for this shirt is the sponsor, and it's the wrong sponsor at the end of the day. So it really comes down to consumer choice at the end of the day, and that's simply it. You can't beat potatoes, so it has to go bottom of my list. Look, it's one of those shirts. Realistically, if it came in a size age 10, I reckon it would just about fit me, and I wear medium or large. It'd be absolutely massive. I don't know if any of you have this shirt, but I can just look at it right now, and I just know it's going to be huge. So. Yeah, it comes down to the crisps at the end of the day. Nevertheless, it is a classic. Obviously paying homage probably to Gary Lineker. But yeah, no, it's dead last for me, unfortunately, guys.
Fair enough, mate. I'm going to be a bit controversial. Lays are better than both. There we go. How about that?
Ooh.
Good
times with Layers, yeah.
I'm only kidding. Leicester City then from 2000. Third on our list this week of EFL Cup winners, 31 points overall. Right, we're down to the final 2. There's 2 shirts left, split by 5 points overall between these 2 shirts. But between third and second, second place has got 37 points, and it's a shirt from 2013, going all the way to Wales. And we're going to go and see. Oh, there's Emil Heskey, by the way. If you want to see Emil Heskey playing in the final, there we go. Lovely stuff. Anyway, move away, Emil. It's Swansea City and this sort of Real Madrid version of their shirt. They, like I say, 37 points. 4th on my list. It's a nice Swansea shirt. I like the sort of commemorative badge, anniversary badge, and I like Swansea being in the Premier League for some reason. I thought it was a nice addition to the league overall. Jay had this. Where did Jay have this? He had this in. He had it in 9th place. He said pretty meh. Gold looks tacky. Fair enough. Maybe he's more of a silver or bronze man. So Swansea beat Bradford City 5-0 in 2013. Nathan Dyer with 2 goals. Michu with a goal, and De Guzman with 2 goals as well down at Wembley. Going into our rankers, Sean, we'll kick it off with you because you got it spot on, mate. It was number 2 on your list.
It does look glorious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks classy. Even the sponsors turn gold to time with the kit. The crest, that's not Swansea's normal crest, is it?
No, it's like
yeah, I think that makes the kit as well. Symmetrical. That's all you want, isn't it?
I mean, it helps, yeah. It makes the kit look nice. Luke, we'll come to you. I mean, I think Jay had it the lowest in 9th, and then it was me. And then, again, Luke, you had it second in your list. I mean, it gets like into a Real Madrid knockoff, but it is a nice shirt as a standalone Swansea shirt.
Exactly. No, I definitely like it. I think the gold is very nice on it. It's almost even fortunate that they won a trophy in it because it's like one of those shirts they bring out when you do win a trophy, like a Champione shirt. I do like it, and of course, the minute you look at it, you have to think of Michu. There's nothing else you can think of when you see this shirt. So it brings back some kind of cult hero, good times from back in the day in Swansea. And a shout out to that crest as well. It's quite nice. I didn't even realise that crest was on it. You know, when you were watching it back in the day, it's quite a nice centenary crest.
No, I absolutely. I absolutely agree, mate. It's a really nice. I just had a message from Sean. Sean, why are you telling me that you're applying Bonjela? Why do you have to tell me that? You're on mute, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you came to me. I thought I'll be last here. You came to me first. I've got horrific toothache. I've just for about an hour. I've been like, oh shit, it's gonna fucking kick off in a minute. So
fair enough.
If I'm talking a bit funny, it's because my mouth's numb.
Oh right. Okay.
So
fair enough. It might add something to the show, but we're almost done. Right. No, fair enough. Luke, no, you're absolutely right, mate. It is Meet You vibes. Pac-Man is saying the exact same thing. I think this is a Britney pun from Stanchion. Dom just turning the show into a circus tonight. Well done. Yeah, very, very well done. Thank you very much. Dom, we'll finish off for you then, because this was your number one this week. Why?
Yeah. Well, look at what my number 10 was. That Spurs centenary shirt was not, or a commemorative shirt was not the way to do it. This is, or was. I think it just ties in really, really well. Obviously, the sponsors are abhorrent, but it'd be the fact that they've at least lent themselves to the colourway. I think is good. The badge itself, obviously harking back to a previous iteration of it, is class. It just looks a bit classy. Those Real Madrid vibes, and obviously that's just iconic in itself. So yeah, and the fact that they absolutely hammered Bradford as well.
That's it,
yeah. But yeah, really like it. Had to be number one just because it's the polar opposite of my number 10.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It was your number one, but sadly it only got to number 2 on our list this week. Swansea City winning the, I remember what cup it was back then. We were in the Carling Cup or whatever it was, the EFL Cup. Whacking Bradford 5-0 in their final. 37 points this week, so it means we've got one shirt left. And it obviously, it seems like it's very biased. It's not actually as biased as you may think, I have to say. One shirt left. It is, of course, Manchester United. 2023. We'll have a quick look at Swansea in their shirt. The Guzman there scoring a penalty, I believe. Oh, it's the Capital One Cup back then. There we go. Solve that mystery. It's Manchester United and their shirt from this season. Number one, 42 points overall. No one had it outside the top 5, so it's not just a case that there's 3 United fans and we've all kind of voted it one, because that's not the case. Jay had it in 4th place. And he said about it, like the collar, Adidas stripes should be white. I agree with that. That's the only thing about this shirt that I don't really like, and I don't really like the sponsor. Pac-Man's not happy. I wonder why, being a City fan. No way in hell, boys. Mate, that's just the way the scores happen, lad. I can't change anything. You'll see the scores at the end. I don't cheat. That's just the way it is. It was my number one. I absolutely wasn't a massive lover of this shirt at first, but I think I've liked the 3rd shirt, which I've recently purchased. Look out for a video on that coming to the channel soon. I just, because of this season and because of what's happening, it's making me fall in love with these shirts more and more. I think that the away shirt was beautiful anyway, harking back to 98 and 99. I'm just falling more and more in love, and the players that are wearing it are making me love it more. I just think it's a great shirt. The collar is great. I just really like it. It's really nice. And once the Glazers go, I'm probably going to buy it. To be fair to you, as well as the away. So it's number one on my list, and I think it deserves to be there. Like I say, Jay had it in 4th. Dom, yourself, you had it in 4th place. I mean, it's probably one of the best we've had from Adidas since 2015. I'm sure you got to agree with that.
Yeah, I think last year's was the peak for me. There's bits that I don't like about this, and obviously not just having a particular bias towards this season. I had to consider those points. The fact that the Adidas stripes are black, and it's a real shame they've not gone with the same motif on the cuffs as they have done on the collar, and then the black around the Adidas logo and the shield. How that's not being incorporated into the sponsor, I don't. It could have just been a little bit better, I think. But yeah, obviously anything that we're doing on the field is just making everyone fall head over heels with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of people saying, Sean, that it's very 90s vibe, you know, very sort of retro looking. It's kind of the shirt you would have been wearing as a kid, to be fair, mate, when you was a United fan. You had it in third place. Overall, you think it's a good United shirt, or just a good shirt in this list, really?
Yeah, I don't think it was better than the bottom 6 even. It's quite. I got used to the Team Viewer sponsor as well. I hated it at first, but it's growing on me, and it looks like it should be there. Again, it's quite classy, nice collar. I like a button. I hate the zip, a la 99. But yeah.
Yeah, no, some good points, mate. Absolutely. Jackson's been on and said, just wish the sponsor just said Team Viewer without the symbol. I think it would make it just a bit stronger. Like me, Luke, it was number 1 on the list. I don't think it's just because it's the best shirt in this list. I think it is a great United shirt. But do you agree with Jackson, what he's saying there? If they take that logo off, it probably has a similar feel to when we were sponsored by Sharp or, you know, maybe even Aeon. But overall, it's a great shirt, and it's definitely deserving to be number 1 on this list, right?
Big time. I think. Look, like I'm wearing it for a reason. You know, once you win a trophy in a shirt, it goes up in my estimation as a United fan. I think that's just the immediate reaction to winning a trophy. I do like the 90s vibes off it. The collar at first. I remember the leaks came out last summer, and the pinstripe seemed a bit too dark. And I think there was a bit of immediate reaction. I think they leaked it on purpose just to get that reaction from the crowd. And they reacted well. They kind of toned it down a small bit, which was nice. And no, I definitely fallen in love with the shirt, because the start of the season was looking like, we have 3 shocking kits now that are going to go down as the 3 worst of all time. But like that, all 3 have grown on me. In particular, even the third shirt, to give that a shout out, that's completely grown on me after starting to play well in it. But no, I even the shield around the badge. I think the shield around the badge was controversial at the start, but it's starting to fit in well. It's almost like the '99 Champions League badge that season.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely spot on, mate. And I echo all your thoughts on the shirt. I think, you know, like you said, the moments that we're having in it, you know, you think even tonight, you know, Garnacho's popping up with a winner for us. It's just adding more credence to what is becoming a great season for Manchester United. And these shirts, you know, you think of those last season's shirts, probably the 3 strongest we've had under Adidas, will go down in infamy now because it's the worst ever season in the Premier League that Manchester United have ever had, which is really crazy thinking, you know, really 3 beautiful shirts. And these could have gone the same way. You know, you think of them first 2 games under Ten Hag, we was cursing them. That, especially with the third shirt with green shorts, should never be worn again. It looks like a bogey, a neon bogey. Don't wear it. I'm not a fan. But with the black shorts, it's quite nice. And I agree, like I've got it. I've just literally bought it. It's got delivered today. But there we go. Number 1 on our list, Manchester United. Their home shirt from this season, as they won, there he is, Casemiro. What a hero. What a man. Casemiro, you could almost say. From the 2-0 win over Newcastle at the weekend, Casemiro and Rashford now being given the goal, scoring the 2 goals to get us a first trophy in 6 years. So it's good. I also have to say quickly, I know we're running over a little bit. I apologise, but I heard something from Melissa Reddy, and she's saying that Ten Hag knows about when we won in or what kit we last won in certain iterations of kits, in what order we wore a kit. And I think this game and the Barcelona game away are very reminiscent of him trying to get the spirit of 99 out of this team. So if you think of Barcelona away, we was wearing all white, which is the same as what we wore in 99 when we had the draw there, the 3-3 draw against Barcelona. And if you look at this, we were the home team, so we could have worn black socks on Sunday. And he went with the white socks and white shorts. Very reminiscent to 99 in Barcelona. Again, I think he's trying to draw inspiration from these moments, and he's probably speaking to the team and saying, I just think he's working miracles with his team.
Well, even United put out, didn't they, that number 10 and number 18 had scored.
Yeah.
Like a previous cup final as well.
Yeah.
Against Newcastle as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. And do you know what, Pat, man? It has turned into a love-in, and I don't give a flying F, mate, to be fair. All you can do is go and cry because your team didn't come very far. Looks better with white shorts. Oh, of course it does, yeah, absolutely. But there we go then. That is our show for this week. Absolutely over. I'll just do the scores, just so you know I'm not cheating. Anyone who wants to try and stop me off. There we go. And there's all the scores and the totals. There we go then. And that's it. We are out of here. We've done the show. It's all it's done. Manchester United, the best shirt from the EFL Cup winners, as scored by us. I did say go away. Why are you still there? There we go. All done. Right. We'll say goodbye. And this is it at the end of the show. Luke, thank you so much for joining us, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you on again, as always. If people don't know, where can people find you and, you know, what you do kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, so first of all, thanks a million for having me on, guys. For those who don't know me, I'm also known as Kit Launch. I run the website kitlaunchcorp.com, based in Ireland, and do frequent pop-ups around the country here. Hopefully make it to the UK someday. I'd like to make it to the Retro Football Fair. It looks like a massive event, but we're actually hosting our own kind of kit convention in Ireland in April, on the 16th of April. So if anybody is in Ireland that weekend in Dublin, definitely pop by. It's going to be a great event, getting some League of Ireland professionals along that day as well, getting the clubs involved. So that's going to be the next event for us. And stay tuned to all of us on TikTok, Instagram, or on all those social media platforms.
No, absolutely. Make sure you go and follow him, interacting. Oh, and I want to say, Luke, thank you very much for my Oakland Roots shirt. I absolutely love it, mate. So
I hope you liked it, Aaron.
Oh, I love it, mate. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Dom, as always, pleasure to have you here, mate. You know,
No way.
What's going on with King Dom?
Just the usual, mate. On that Twitter, on that Instagram. Yeah, just dropping Britney Spears songs more than I ever realised. And then editing some videos as well. So, yeah. Other than that, that convention in Ireland sounds appealing. Go over, get some Club Orange soda and some potatoes. Get some
Potatoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, yes, I might well make it down to Sheffield as well. So it'd be good to see some people from the community there as well.
Definitely. Absolutely. GK Sean 1, bless us with your presence. Thank you so much, mate. Oh, everything's going on all right with you. Where can people find you? Where do you live on the old internet and stuff?
You probably know better than me.
Yeah.
Twitter handle is GK Sean, innit, on Twitter? Or is it GK Chef?
No, Chef _ Sean on Instagram, yeah.
Ah, right, yeah. Well, Instagram is Chef Sean 86. If anyone wants to follow my culinary career, doing a few cooking demos soon in town. If anyone wants to get down and watch me.
Yeah.
That's Manchester, yeah. Championing sustainability and less waste in hospitality and in general, actually. A bit going on, but not so much on the socials, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Good.
Oh, good. Right, that's it from us then. As always, I'm AA. Maybe AA on the social. Mr. Talking Kit, as you might say. But no, we'll be back very, very soon with more content, more full kit rankers. Desert Island Kits didn't come out this week, but it will be out this Sunday with Zeke, Fresh Church UK. Really good episode. Make sure you're checking it out. And as always, just keep liking the video, subscribing to the channel if it's your first time Talking Kit. And yeah, just get involved with what we're doing. We're trying to grow. We're really pushing to get bigger and bigger. Going to do that with your love and your support. So yeah, thank you very much for checking out the show this week. And just as always, I'm going to say it. I say it all the time. Whatever you do, just make sure you keep talking kit. And also, we also love rock and roll, by the way.